ProPokerTactics.com.
Okay, this is Randy Charach with Marty Charach. The last name is not a coincidence. He is my brother. He's actually 10 years older than me, and he's quite happy about the fact that many people ask us if we're the same age. In fact, at the poker table just the other day at the River Rock where I play, somebody said to me, "Oh, by the way, is you and your brother twins?" And I said, "No, he's actually 10 years older than me." Marty's just turned, what are you, 51?
I am 51.
Right now, and I'm 42. And at times during the year, he is 10 years older than me, so that was, in fact, basically correct. Then again, at a poker table, you don't really have to always tell the truth. So anyway, then he backpedaled a little bit, as he could see that I looked hurt, a little bit hurt, and it was quite funny. And then I did everything I could to take as many chips from him as possible in revenge. Anyway, Marty owns a jewelry store called Broadway Jewelers in Vancouver on Broadway and Oak, and following in Norm's footsteps, my father's footsteps, who also was in the jewelry business before he retired over 20 years ago. All right, well, Marty has been playing poker for over 30 years. For as long as I can remember, he's been playing poker and talking to my father about playing poker, plays home games and plays at the casino and plays online. And mostly, Marty, when you play at the casino and in Las Vegas, wherever you are in a live game, other than a home game and other than online, what level do you play Texas Hold'em?
I play anywhere from 8-16 to 30-60.
8-16 to 30-60 is the range. Where do you usually find yourself?
15-30, 20-40. And if there's a kill game at those stakes, then I do like a kill game. So 15-30 and 20-40 is my preferred level of play.
Okay, and then if there's a kill game, that means that doubles that. So you might be playing as high as 40-80, correct? You know, if it's 20-40 game,
right,
kill kicks in, it's 40-80. So
that's right.
This would be like the medium to high limit, would it be?
I think it's medium, maybe medium to high. I don't think it's high.
I guess to lower level players like myself,
right,
it seems high.
Right.
But in reality, it's medium. What would be some of the higher limit games? I think at River Rock, it's 50 to 100 is about the highest it goes. What about in casino resorts in Nevada, say?
The sky's the limit. It's unlimited, and there are...
Well, other than no limit.
No, but I mean, aside from no limit...
Is there like 500, 1,000?
Sure,
yeah. There is.
Yeah, there's 75, 150. There's all kinds of huge games.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're playing in probably a level which is richer than most people's blood listening to this program or reading this transcript, because this is something aimed for people who are not necessarily at your level but want to be soon. Just so you know that too. So what we'll do is we'll talk about first of all your online experience. I know that you do play poker online at Party Poker, right?
Right.
And what level, same there or different?
No, my experience online has not good. My results have not been good. So lately I've been playing smaller than I would ever play normally, 5-10, and I don't even know if I'm going to continue doing that because I haven't been successful at it, and nobody likes to lose, everybody likes to win.
Why do you think? Because I know that you're generally, you're a winning player.
Right.
You win more often than you lose, and you win more than you lose. And at the end of the year, consistently, I know that you make money doing this. So why do you think that's different online?
I'm not sure. Let's assume the game is honest, and maybe I've had bad luck, or maybe the human factor is gone, so you can't read your players as well. You can read them to a certain degree based on their play. So I think it's a combination of not being able to play your player, not getting the same respect you might get from a reputation, and maybe I make more mistakes online because I'm not a computer kind of guy, and I haven't played that much or that often, so maybe it's just not for me.
And perhaps you're distracted? You're doing other things at the same time?
No, I don't think that's the case. No, I don't think so. Okay,
so do you have a recommendation for people who are considering playing poker online or already are? It sounds like it's something that maybe you're not going to continue to do yourself unless things turn around.
I can't make a recommendation for online since it's not my thing, and I have not been successful there. And I think the reason you asked me here is because, as you said, I've been a successful poker player for all these years. The only thing I am going to continue to do online is to play some tournaments, which I'm not normally a tournament player in live games, but I think I have played a few, and I do enjoy the tournament play online.
You mentioned earlier why, so explain that, why you like the tournaments online.
It's a small amount of money. Well, you can go to any tournament you want.
Earlier, by the way, for the listeners, not you didn't miss anything. This was during dinner. We weren't recording.
You can enter the tournament and pay any amount. You can go to the type of level you want. For instance, you can go to a $10 tournament. They give you $1,000 of tournament chips. And I find that when I'm in it, I'm having just as much excitement and fun as if I were in a 2040 game. It's the same kind of thrill factor, but there's only $10 at risk, and there is the potential to win some good money. So whether I pay a $10 or a $30 entry fee, I get a lot of bang for the buck.
Well, that's a really good tip, actually, because if somebody is limited in their funds and they want to get a lot of bang for their buck and play longer, get more experience online, then entering these tournaments sounds like a good way to go.
There's a downside to that. If you're not a good or experienced player, you could get knocked out very easily and be frustrated because you last 5 minutes. So there is a downside to that, especially for an inexperienced player. I've done relatively well, but as you mentioned, I've been playing poker for many years.
Okay, so and you play. I know you play in Las Vegas whenever you go, which is fairly often, more often than most people. What any recommendations for people going to Vegas or any other resorts, picking a place to play? Any ones that you like particularly or would stay away from?
Well, I play at the Bellagio mostly, and the Mirage secondly, because they have the biggest poker rooms, and the biggest poker rooms generate the most action, the most choices. So Bellagio and the Mirage, which currently these years, it changes from year to year, these years have the most action. That's what I recommend.
Okay, good point you made. So look for a bigger poker room because there's more choices, more action, gives you a chance to pick tables and move around and find a good table, a good game that you like, that you're comfortable with, and you think that you can win. All right, and we hear about bad beats all the time. Do you have your best win story that you want to say, or just one that comes to mind that's fun?
Sure, I can tell you my best win story. I mostly try to play scientifically rather than with superstition or emotion. My one exception to the rule is I do believe in what we'll call the rush theory, that things go in cycles. When you're winning, you seem to be doing everything correctly. When you're losing and things are going poorly, everything seems to be going poorly. So I was on one of those winning cycles. I was on a rush, and I was winning every hand I was winning. I had a tremendous amount of money in front of me, and I can't remember now. It was at least a 10-20 game, but I was doing very well. And a hand comes, I'm on the button with pocket deuces, which generally I believe is worse than the flop. I see the flop, and there was 8-way action. And on the flop, there's one bet. There's no straight or flush out there, and 6 people called. So being on the button, thinking if I hit the deuce, I'm good, and I call. On the turn, there was no deuce, but there was also no raises. I believe there's one bet with a lot of people calling, so for the same principle, I made a call. Anyway, the last card was nothing, and there were, at this point, there's 3 other players in there. I'm the 4th player on the button, therefore last to act. So everybody checks to me. I, of course, check, thinking I don't have a chance, and I wasn't going to bluff out 3 players, so I said check. Dealer says, what do you have? First player says, Queen 7. Second player says, Queen 7. Third player says, Queen 7. There was no Queen or 7 on the table. I don't know what they were going for. My pocket deuces won a big pot.
They all had Queen 7?
All 3 had Queen 7. I don't know what they liked about Queen 7, but it seemed to be a popular hand.
That's amazing.
There was a fellow there, a fellow poker player. He recently won the Bad Beat Jackpot. Nice fellow. If I should say his name or not. Anyway, he loves to tell that story when he sees me. He says that's one of his favorite hands he's ever seen. He was watching the game. He wasn't in it.
That's funny.
It is funny.
To hear more of that interview, visit propokertactics.com.